Hey YouTube, I'm back once again with some more pickups. This is going to be part 2 of October. A little late once again, but here we are. There's quite a lot of stuff here. I've got it broken down into 3 piles. It just so happens that at the back is CEX, what I got at CEX, so we'll probably look at that last. In the middle is HMV, because we had a few sales on. And the first pile is just miscellaneous, mostly eBay, a couple of charity shops, and then some 88 films and other stuff. So yeah, let's get started. So these first 2 I got from 88 films. I'm certain I actually purchased these right at the end of October, although they didn't arrive until last week, well into November. But I'm positive I ordered these in October. But either way, one of these I'm wanting to send to, I'm taking to CX for trade. So add them into this video. Now the main reason for buying from 88 films, I had for quite a while, I've had a £30 voucher that during the summer, I think it was, when they had a couple of sales, I bought a lot of stuff. I got all those Van Damme Blu-rays and a bunch of other stuff from 88 films, and I had about £34 worth of points. So I swapped £30 of those into a voucher with the intention of buying the next 2 Van Damme movies. Was it In Hell and Cyborg? Anyway, I ended up getting Cyborg at HMV. So that's voucher's just been sat there, and then something came out that I wanted, and for whatever reason it wasn't available to start off with at 88 films. And by the time I got to look for it, I kind of forgot about it. It had gone out of stock, and they announced, because it had gone out of stock so quickly, that they were going to press another 300 copies, sorry, 3,000 copies. So eventually I finally got it. Riccio, the story of Ricky. I've never seen this movie, but I've heard a lot about it, and it's supposed to be ultra violent. As yet I haven't opened it, but yeah, I'm really chuffed to have this. I'm going to be watching it pretty soon, but this was only this was £25. So the problem is with vouchers, certainly with 88 films vouchers, I don't know if Harrow do the same or not. If you don't use it, you lose it, or if you don't use it all, should I say. They don't, if you've got a £30 voucher like I had and spent £25, you don't get that £5 back, you just lose it. So I had to look for something else to make up the money, and the cheapest thing I could find on there that had a half decent trade, because there wasn't anything else there that I really wanted to spend extra money on, you know, to make me order up. It would have made me order up to about £50. So I grabbed Ironmaster. I do actually own the original release of this, the 2-disc with the slipcover. This is the reissue with the single disc. But this that 2-disc edition trades in the CX for a £5, whereas this one trades in for £8. This was £5.99, so it brought my order up to £31, and then I think it's £1.50 postage. So this actually owes me £2.50. So yeah, I'll trade it in for £8. I've got a couple of other things here to trade as well, but yeah, it's not a bad film, this. I did only watch it the once when I bought it, but I remember enjoying it. Then one trip out a good few weeks ago, I was in One Below in Middlesbrough, and there was only one Blu-ray in there. Never heard of it, but Chris Rock and Rosario Dawson, I thought, what the heck, top 5. And it's got a massive, actually a massive cast right there. Tracy Morgan, Cedric the Entertainer, anyone else there I recognise? Probably Whoopi Goldberg. Yeah, but I don't know anything about that. And then a different trip out in a charity shop. More than I would normally pay in a charity shop, but it's a Doctor Who, and it's actually £6 in CX. This, I thought, what the heck? It was £2.99. Twice Upon a Time, Peter Capaldi's final episode. Pretty good one. I enjoy this for a Christmas episode. They aren't always the best, but yeah, this was a good one. On that same day, in a different charity shop, I found some really good stuff in the charity shops that day. I found a complete box set of Dexter on DVD, 30 odd discs for £5. And when I took it to the counter, the woman said, "Oh no, that's been priced wrong. It's £15." I said, "No, it says £5 on there." No, she said, "No, she would not sell it to me for £5, even though technically, I mean, I don't know for sure, but I think technically, if they've got that price on, they can't wait till you take it up to the counter and just decide to change the price." I'm pretty sure they're not allowed to do that, but that's what she wanted to do, and I thought, I'm just not going to sit and argue about it. I can see there's no way she's ever going to sell me that for £5, so I just left it. And in another charity shop, there's actually British Heart Foundation, another British Heart Foundation in a different town, but on the same day, I found a Harry Potter box set, all 8 movies. Movie Mad is really good at finding these box sets. I don't know how he does it. But this is the first one I've ever come across, and it was one of only a few in that charity shop that the box was taped shut. And I was curious. I thought, why would they do that with this one, but not all the others, or most of the others? So I used my fingernail to cut through the tape and opened it up, and I only checked the first 2 discs, and the first 2 discs were so badly scratched, I thought there's no point even checking the rest and just put it back. But in that same store, I grabbed, again, for £2.99, Series 2 of Ashes to Ashes. I've got Series 1. I've yet to find, well, no, I'm not yet to find Series 3. I've seen it a few times in CX, but at £20, it's more than I'm prepared to pay. Great show. I do enjoy that one. Then on, from, should I say, eBay, and I'm just looking at this now. I think there's one missing. I remember buying 2 from the same person, and one of them's not here, unless it's mixed up in one of the other piles. I can't see it. You know what? Because I took a pile of stuff upstairs about a week and a half ago, because I was going to do the recording upstairs, and all that stuff is still upstairs. So I'll be right back. Right. There was more up there than I remembered. Anyway, yeah, so eBay. I got 2 items off the same bloke, but not at the same time. They were probably about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks apart. And he was uploading, I don't know if it was constantly, but for uploading, listing for a couple of weeks. Various, mostly Arrow titles, but some Eureka and Shameless, and some American releases as well. So I guess he was selling off his boutique collection, and there was a couple in there. There was a few actually in there that I looked at. But the first one that I actually put a watch on was Coldlight a Day with the slip. And he had this up for £8 plus postage, and like I say, I put a watch on it, and within a few hours I'd got a best offer. It sent me an offer for £5, plus what is it, £1.80 postage, something like that. And I thought, you know what, at that price I'm definitely going to have that. So I grabbed it. This was one that was in HMV for a little while, and I think in one of the sales either earlier this year or maybe late last year. No, it was in when I was in Harrogate on my birthday. They had a sale, and it was in that sale at £7.99, but they've all sold out now. I've been in HMV a few times. I've never seen one of these for a good while. So yeah, like I say, for what, less than £7, I thought, you know what, I'm going to have it. It comes with the booklet, of course. There's an art card in there for, I'm not entirely sure what. I don't know anything about this movie, to be honest. but I grabbed it anyway. So yeah, happy to have found that. And then, like I say, about a week and a half, 2 weeks later, I spotted this one, and he had this one up for a tenner. So again, I saved it, or put the watch on it, shall I say, and once again I got an offer, this time for, I want to say, yeah, I think it was £8. I paid just under a tenner for it. It's the same postage, even though it's a bigger box. Shameless Slasher Nasties triple bill with Torso, Night Train Murders and Killer Nun. So another one to add to my Shameless collection. I think I have all 3 of these individually, but none of those have the disc art. They're just the standard yellow and silver, I think, discs that they do for their collection. I forget what numbers. I think Night Train Murders. Actually, I've got Night Train Murders on Blu-ray as well from 88 Films. Yeah, so great one, that one. Now, these 3 all came from the same person, same seller, and they were listed with, it said save 10%, and when you went on each listing it showed the original price and then the price it would be with 10% off. And initially I only wanted one of these. I was only looking at one of these, I should say, and added it to my basket, and when I got to my basket it had taken another 10% off. I thought, that's weird. So I thought, I wonder if that's an anomaly or not. And I had to look to see what other items this guy was selling. I say guy, I don't know if it was a man or a woman. Added something else to my basket, and again it was showing 10% off in the listing, and then an extra 10% off when I got to checkout. So I ended up buying 3, and I forget now what I paid, but I think it was less than £12. I did take some screenshots, which I'll try and add. But I got these are all 101 Films cult movie collectibles editions. Jackie Chan and the Curse of the Dragon Queen. I've had my eye on this for a long time and just never pulled the trigger on it, but finally got it. I think I saw this when I was a kid. I'm sure I did. I remember watching Charlie Chan movies back in those days. And to finish off the 101 Films Lou Ferrigno set, got Hercules. So I got Hercules 2 a while ago. I think Pete Cahill sent me that one. And Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger. So yeah, three more cult movie collection from 101 Films, which means I've got to find another 3. Actually, I've got to find more than 3 because I'm still short on the rest of the collection, or some of them. Anyway, I've got to find some more red cases for those. Now, this I picked up probably just after I recorded the last pickups video, and this isn't the only copy of this I've bought, at least not the same version. But I found this on eBay again. It was somebody who sent me a best offer, and I have to look it up. I think I paid £5 for it in the end. But this is Incredibles 2 3D, still factory sealed, which I didn't realise when I actually purchased it. So I was happy to get that. Like I say, I think I paid £5 for it, but I'll have to double check because I didn't. I should have looked before I, because like I say, it's weeks and weeks ago I had to purchase this. Yeah, there's been 2 versions of this. I've been on the lookout for a while, the 3D one being one of them, and I seem to have managed to pick them both up in the space of maybe a fortnight. But yeah, I've still never seen that film. This I got off eBay again. I think I paid less than £3 for it, and this is a film that I know that I own. I've was about to say a positive I own, not positive. I'm 100% I know that I own because I've watched it. Electrolux. My copy has disappeared. I don't know what the hell I've done with it, but it's not on the shelf. I've scoured through, and it's very distinctive because it's got a pink spine, it's got a pink cover. There's two different versions of this, at least from Germany. This is a German release, and the other one I had was a German release, or have. But like I say, the other one has a pink cover. This is a blue cover, and according to Blu-ray.com, there's two different releases of this from Germany, and the runtime, there's a minute difference. Now I can't remember which of the two is the longer one, and I don't know what the difference is as the differences are in the movie, whether it's just one's got a minute extra in it, or whether one's got footage that the other one doesn't have, and vice versa. They're completely different cuts. I don't know. And I guess if I watch this, it's been years since I watched that first, my one. So I might not even remember if I see something, whether it's part of the movie that I've seen or not. But anyway, like I say, I don't know what happened to my copy. And I was looking on eBay, and this came up for, I want to say £2.90 something, or £2.80 something. So I grabbed it. It came from Music Magpie, oddly enough. And again, it was listed as used, and it's sealed. So I was happy about that. This is one that's eluded me because I didn't know whether it actually existed or not for certain. I was positive I'd seen a release. It's an Arrow release. I was positive I'd seen something on either Facebook or on Arrow to say that this has been released, but it came out, I believe, during lockdown, so it was never in HMV or anywhere like that. Once Arrow sell out, they disappear from their website, so I couldn't find concrete evidence that this existed. Now, I know Crash was released by Arrow on Blu-ray and on 4K, but it was the limited edition box set I couldn't find any evidence of until I spotted one maybe a couple of months ago, but really expensive. And then this appeared on eBay a couple of weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago. What was he asking? 21 or 22 pounds, I think. And again, I got a best offer, and he sent me a best offer, I think, at £19, and I counter offered him 16, I believe, plus postage. So yeah, I paid less than £19, less than 20 quid for Crash 4K limited edition Arrow release. So I'm chuffed about that one. And then this was a pre-order actually from Arrow's own website, because it's their website exclusive. Profondo Rosso, aka Deep Red, their latest release on 4K with the art original cover. So I've got 3 of these art originals now. I think they've only done the 3 so far, although there is one in America. Although it's not an Argento one, all the UK ones have been Argento so far. But apparently Legend came out in America, which I completely missed, by Arrow. And there is a standard, not standard, but there's 2 limited edition covers. Just the standard new artwork cover that Arrow do with all their releases. They put new artwork, and then an original poster art version. I don't think either of those are 4K now, though they're just Blu-rays, but I definitely want to try and get one of those. But at the moment on eBay they're like £60-70, and more than I want to pay. But I only spotted that a couple of days ago when something on Facebook saying that Arrow in America are having a sale, and there was a picture of that cover. I'm thinking, didn't know Arrow were bringing that out. Anyway, I did a bit of research, mostly on eBay, and found them for sale, but like I say, really expensive, so I didn't bother, or haven't yet. But it's one I'm definitely going to be looking out for. This one came from Amazon, and it was a on Movie Mad's page on Facebook. I believe Roy once again spotted this one and put it on the Movie Mad page. So thanks for that, Roy. Great film. I haven't watched this copy yet, but I did see it originally on Amazon Prime when it was first put on there. Was it early this year or late last year? I can't remember now. But yeah, great movie. One of Guy Ritchie's best, I think, certainly in my opinion. Enjoyed that immensely. So looking forward to a rewatch. Right, finally on to pile number 2. This lot all came from HMV. So we're going to start off with, got a bunch, I say bunch, I've got a few in the 2 for 15. And the first one that I spotted actually was another 88 Films release, The Rage Carry 2. I was looking for this one when 88 Films 2 for 15 sale first started a few months ago, and the 2 HMVs that I visited both had this movie, but neither of them had it with the slipcover. So at the time I left it, and I'm glad I did when I went up to Sunderland a few weeks ago. Yeah, it was in Sunderland. I spotted this, but there was nothing else in 88 Films that had this 2 for 15 on it. And I'm wondering whether that sale had actually finished and this was just one that they forgot to remove the sticker. So I think I may have got quite lucky on that one. But the dilemma was, and it wasn't my first dilemma that day in HMV, what do I get in the 2 for 15? I couldn't find anything until I went up to the Keep. They have a section of collectible editions, and they have stuff like Arrow, 88 Films, 101 Films, BFI, and a few others in there. But what they don't keep in there are Shameless. They have Shameless elsewhere in the store, and Shameless were the same. They were 2 for 15. So I grabbed 2 that I didn't already own, but I still needed another one to make up the second 2 for 15. So the ones that I didn't have were Cannibal Ferox. This one, unfortunately, must have sold out of the numbered editions. I couldn't. I'd seen these in, I think, Darlington a while ago, and again they had no numbered ones. So I'm guessing the numbered ones must have sold out. Viva, which comes with a slipcover. This is the only one I've seen so far on Blu-ray that comes with a slipcover. I do believe this movie on DVD also came with a slipcover. This is a numbered one, but it's it's not a particularly low number. It was the lowest one that I could find, 991. All the others were way up in the thousands. And then one that I do own, but I'm going to trade because it's actually, the trade was a little bit more, but not much more. Flavia the Heretic. Again, this one being the number I've got, well, way lower than this. This is 1,769. Then, when I'd been on 88 Films a few weeks ago, when I was looking actually for Riccio, and it was nowhere to be found, I'd noticed that some of their Italian collection limited editions were starting to go out of stock. And when I spotted these 2 in HMV, I thought, you know what, even though they're full price, I'm going to have to get them because 88 Films have already sold out. It's only a matter of time before everywhere else does. So we got The Nun and the Devil. This one, of course, been, like I say, the limited edition, $24.99, but it's worth it, I'm sure. I'm not going to open these until it comes to watching them. And The Tough Ones, another Umberto Lenzi movie. And the thing I don't like about these is they don't have the Italian collection spine, so you can see what spine number they are. You've got to actually get into it and then flip the art to get that spine, but then when you do, the art on the inside has got the Italian title, so you lose either way. And then from the Arrow sale, I didn't get that much in the Arrow sale. I think when I went it was it was close to the end. It might have even been the last day, now I think about it. It was a Sunday. Yeah, because there was one that I wanted, and I spoke to the guy behind the counter, and he told me that HMV, both in Darlington and Middlesbrough, had it in at £9.99, but it was late. It was about 4:30, 4:45, and I knew that I wasn't going to get to either of those stores before the shut. And it was, like I said, it was the last day of the sale, so I never got that one, unfortunately. But Black Friday's coming, so hopefully that might be back in the sale. So I grabbed the Deeper You Dig limited edition with the slipcover for £7.99. I See You, again, was £7.99. And again, this is another one that I've never seen, and I still don't know for sure whether there's a limited edition version of this available or not. This is the King of New York. I've seen the 4K with the slip, but this is the first time I've ever seen the Blu-ray edition with the slip. This one was £11.99, but like I say, I've never seen it before or since, this version with the slip. But I still can't find if they ever did a limited edition, like in the fatter box sets, such as Crash that I showed a little earlier. But happy to have grabbed this one at least. Great film. And then finally from HMV, the last of the Pixar collection that I've been hanging on getting for such a long time. Once again, Incredibles 2. I could have bought this at stupid money. In fact, I could have bought this probably a year and a half ago for $6.99, and I didn't, because at the time I wasn't collecting that set. And then it apparently seemed to have gone out of print on eBay. These went up to stupid money, like similar to the Incredible Hulk did in the Marvel. The Marvel editions with the slip covers for Phase 1. That Hulk went to stupid money and then suddenly started appearing again, and that's the same. Maybe not quite as high, but people are still asking silly money for these on eBay. Although the prices have settled a bit. I think you can get one now for about a tenner. But every HMV I've been in, apart from one, has not had this, and this again was in Sunderland. I got it in the 2 for $12, but again, dilemma, there was nothing else in the 2 for $12 other than Disney. No Star Wars, no Marvel, and there wasn't any other Disney title that I wanted to buy. So I was stuck, and I thought I'm going to resort to having to find something to trade, and the best I could get was Luca, which trades in for £6. So I'm basically getting my £6 back, but at least it makes that £6 instead of £10. So yeah, and that was it for HMV. Then we go on to CEX, and these were all bought on the same day. 3 different CEXs. I had a trip up to where did I go? I went to Washington, Sunderland, and same day I got all this stuff in HMV, Sunderland and South Shields, although not necessarily in that order. I did Sunderland last. I did Washington, South Shields, then Sunderland. And I went up specifically for certain things and ended up getting one of the things that I wanted, and then none of the rest, or 2 of the things that I wanted. And there was a bunch of Star Wars 4Ks that they had in one of the stores in Sunderland, actually. But most of them were missing the slips. And the few that had the slips, they'd quite obviously been on the shelf for quite a while, because they'd been pulled on and off that many times that the shelfware on them was horrendous. So we'll go with the first thing that I bought that day, which was in Washington, which was the one thing I went out mainly to get, and for this decided to make a day of it. I'd looked on CX's website on the app to see what different stores had and where I could go, and I actually had 4 stores in mind, but the 4th one was just one too many. The time just disappeared too quickly. But what I got initially was this Star Wars Rise of Skywalker limited Zavvi Collector's Edition. Now it's not in pristine condition. You can see there's a nice dent in the side, but other than that, it's pretty good. I'm trying to remember how this comes out. It pulls out the bottom. And I didn't realise until I actually got this that it was a tin. I thought it was just a box, but it's a tin. So inside we've got the movie in 4K. I've already popped it in a plastic protector. It's a steelbook, of course. Although again, that wasn't something I realised until I found it on. I found this by accident on CX. I kind of remember it being on Zavvi at one point for sale, and that sort of must have just gone from my memory. I just didn't remember at all. And then when I was looking through, I found this on Zavvi and on CX. I thought, I wonder how close the nearest one is to me. And when I checked, I was surprised on how close it was. So yeah, we've got the steelbook in there. It's pretty much identical to the 3D steelbook that I bought, other than it's got the 4K disc in instead of the 3D disc, and you've got this wraparound at the top, which the 3D doesn't have. I guess the back's slightly different, showing the 4K rather than 3D. But other than that, it's the same art. If you take away the J card, the steelbook is identical. There's nothing on the steelbook that says it's either 3D or 4K. So I guess it means they can use it for both. Then you've got these two pins with a Stormtrooper and Kylo Ren, and this foam holder, and then you've got some art cards, and in the middle of this is the J card, which I've put in there. There's no way I can fit this back on and still be able to get into it, so it was already folded. I didn't make that crease. 35 quid, and it says on there actually it's 3D, but it's not. It's just 4K. So that's something that they got wrong. But I paid for it all with vouchers. On the day I had about 150 quid worth of vouchers, and I spent most of them that day. But yeah, the only way I can wrap that round and hold it in place, I've got some of these little clear plastic stickers that normally come on steelbooks, and you can actually buy sheets of them on eBay. So I have a few of them. If I actually stick that on the box, I won't be able to open the box. Not that I ever need to, I suppose, if it's for display really. It's not something I'm probably ever going to watch, this version at least. I've got plenty of other versions as watchable ones, including have I got another 4K? Yes, I have got another 4K, but it's sealed. Now I think about it, I've got the big sleeve, which is 4K, but that's sealed. No, that's the Last Jedi, isn't it? So no, I don't have this. I don't have Rise of Skywalker in 4K, oddly. And then, like I said, you've got these 4 art cards. So this bin, like it says on the tin there, the Dark Side Edition. To my knowledge, and I'm hoping, there isn't also a Light Side Edition, because if there is, I'm going to have to seek that out as well. But it's nice shiny, I do like that, and embossed. So it's a lovely set, if a bit pricey, but still cheaper than Zavvi had. I think Zavvi had it for, I want to say 50 quid. Somebody can correct me on that. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it was, I mean, it may have been only 30 odd quid, but I imagine it was probably more expensive than that. So if I pop that in there, so that actually covers where it pulls out the bottom, so there's no way I can leave that on there and open it. Now the question is, oh, that's nice. You can't even see that, can you? And this J card is probably one of the worst quality J cards I've ever seen. It's even thinner. If you've ever had an Arrow Steelbook, how thin the J cards are on those, this is less than that. It's literally, you can't call it card, it's a piece of paper. It's ridiculous. So by the looks of it though, this sticker is going to peel. I'm hoping, without taking anything with it. Oh, there we go. Whew. So what does it say on the front there that I never got to see? Oh, it's just Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. Anyway, that is really, really nice addition to my Star Wars collection. I'm really chuffed that I found that. And the other thing that I really wanted to get that day, sadly it never came with the slip cover, but I can live without that on this one. It's Blu-ray 3D set. There we go. Our World and Beyond 3D collection. 10 discs. Quite a few of these I do have as standalone versions. Well, this is one set that I've been looking for ages. One thing I don't like about this, it's got this disc in that just literally falls out. There's nothing holding it in place. I don't like that. But then you've got sort of all the discs inside. So yeah, nice addition to the 3D collection. And it was the only one at the time. I don't know if they've got any more, but it was the only one at the time that CX had in the whole country. It just happened to be, I was going to say up the road. It wasn't quite up the road. It was way up the road. And that one was from South Shields, which is the furthest of the 3 stores that I went to. While we're on a Star Wars theme, even though we've sort of come off the Star Wars theme, something that I hadn't noticed or wasn't really looking for, I probably would have seen Solo for sale, but I didn't expect to find it in this newer slip for a £5, although it has the original artwork on the disc inside, or the case inside, which is how these were sold. This one and The Rise of Skywalker, for whatever reason, they never released this artwork on the inside. I guess because they were still current releases and they had plenty of these, they just shoved the new slip on them. I suppose that's what they did. I don't know if that's how it went, but that's how I'm guessing. And also The Last Jedi 3D. This was the last 3D release that I needed for Star Wars, at least for the new trilogy. I don't believe any of the old ones ever got 3D releases other than The Phantom Menace in the cinema, and that never got its home video 3D release. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this was the last one. I've got the steelbooks, the 3D steelbooks of all the movies that have 3D, and I've got all the 3D editions for all the movies that were in 3D, apart from this one, which I also have now. So yeah, chuffed to have got that. What else did I find? Again, another one I've been on the lookout for a while. I've got the standard edition of this, but this is Iron Sky, the Dictator's cut, which was only £3. Last time I saw this, I think it's about £8. So I'm happy to finally pick this one up. I hadn't seen this version since I sold my steelbook a few years ago, good few years ago now. So I'm going to be watching that again. Great movie, enjoy that a lot. And then a TV series, I want to say I saw on Amazon. I'm pretty sure I saw this on Amazon, and it absolutely blew me away. 11/22/63. Great TV show, kind of time travel related, sort of. but regardless of that great little nugget in there of time travel, the whole show was brilliant. It was so compelling, really, really great to watch. Sadly, it does have a I was going to say ultraviolet, but digital download, digital copy, Google Play, but that had been redeemed quite recently, so I'm guessing whoever owned this originally either redeemed it before they traded it, or somebody actually took the picture of the code in store and did it. So yeah, never got the digital for that one, but never mind. Great show, really enjoyed that. I'm looking forward to watching that again because it was brilliant. And then finally, I bought these two. I didn't intend on buying these two, but instead of the sorry, it just reminded me something. Look at the covers. Instead of the Star Wars 4Ks I got these. So the final two that I needed so far, at least, of Doctor Who classic series on Blu-ray. We've got Series 23 and Series 10. And it still bugs me about these. The artwork, or rather the logo they use for Doctor Who. I said this before. I feel it's even more relevant now. They use what is at the moment the current Doctor Who logo instead of going with some classic logo that will be timeless. Eventually, this is going to change, and now we know that Jodie Whittaker is not only is definitely leaving, she's actually completed filming her episodes. So when this new Doctor does get announced, there is going to be a new Doctor Who logo. Now, when more of these, and there are many, many more of these, I'm sure, to come out, what are they going to do? Are they going to continue with this, or are they going to move on to that new whatever it is logo, which is going to, as much as I don't like them. I mean, I've never really loved this logo anyway, but as much as I don't like them using it, I like the fact that, and I've got the other three as well, they're all uniform. They look good together on the shelf, and that's not going to happen. It's not going to continue if they change it. The original DVDs have been running, I want to say since about 2000 or 2001, and have still been released on DVD now. And for years and years and years, they kept the same generic Doctor Who logo on all the cases. Now, that has changed kind of with more recent releases, but all of them, to my knowledge, have got an internal, a reversible sleeve that has all that original style art and matching Doctor Who logo. The only difference with a lot of those on the spines is I think they've changed distributors at some point over the years, so you've got different slightly different logos on the bottoms of some of the spines, but that being said, they still line up pretty well together and are very pretty well uniformed, like these are at the moment. But I don't know whether that's going to continue, and it sucks. It really does. Anyway, that's my rant over. Yeah, I said that from the very beginning when I saw that they were going to use this logo, that eventually it's going to become outdated. Instead of using a generic classic Doctor Who logo that they could have even created a new classic looking logo, so it would be timeless. But there we go. Anyway, those are my pickups for the second half of October 2021. I haven't got much this month so far, I mean, there's those 288 films that I'm fairly sure I ordered those before the end of the month, but they might have been beginning of this month. But either way, other than those two, I think I've only, at least in my hand right now, not physically, but not literally in my hand, but the ones that I own that are here with me, I've got 3 items. There is a possibility there's something else off eBay that I haven't received yet, but even then, there isn't that much that I bought this month so far, oddly. So, yeah, next video certainly won't be this weekend. I do have a parcel that came yesterday, Sunday today, which I'm going to do unboxing of next. But if you're watching this video, which you must be, otherwise you wouldn't know what I'm saying now. Anyway, that video, even though I've not recorded it yet, will be up before this one. So if you haven't already, go back and take a look at that one. And yeah, that's it. So thanks very much for watching. And holy moly, I've just seen the time on this video, and I've already cut twice. So this video is going to be even longer. Might even split it into 2 if I can find a good point to cut and split. We'll see.